Okay, let's get this fixed. I do have to apologize because my throat is actually really messed up. I got some sort of throat infection, so please don't mind me if I sound like a little bit of a horse. Actually, don't do that. Yeah. So, most people are handed a map. And, this map contains a career path. It contains a timeline, perhaps a role that you guys really wanted. But all of these things were sometimes perhaps written by people that had that map available to them at that point. I was certainly like that, right? When I started my career, I did not know where I wanted to end up, right? I started doing computer sciences, and through that, I was able to found my passion. Why I chose computer sciences, honestly, I don't know. I think, all right, perfect. No, I said, actually, sure, yeah, I know. And this career path, to a certain extent was also influenced by my parents. They wanted me to get into technology, and I've always demonstrated some sort of knack for technology. So it was a good choice to take, and alhamdulillah has paid out. All credits to my parents. And but you know what? Nobody actually tells you though. The map is always out of date. It's in the past. World has moved on. And as that world has evolved, we have forgotten to evolve ourselves. Right? And that's our mindset. So we spend our whole life trying to check boxes, hitting markers, and asking ourselves, am I on track or what? And those people that actually succeed in the long run, they were never following the map in the first place at all. So let me tell you about a story about Nintendo. How many people don't know Nintendo? Let's raise your hands. Okay. Wow. So like 75%. Do you know how old Nintendo is as a company? 130 years old. Right? Back then they didn't have consoles or anything. They started out as a playing card company, Japanese play cards. Look at that. Where are they right now? And what do they call themselves? A play company. Not a console play company, a play company. So when technology changed, cards became consoles, consoles became handhelds, handhelds became virtual reality glasses, etc. Nintendo didn't stop. They kept asking, how do we keep helping people play? That is mindset over map. Let's look at the companies that didn't evolve, or people even, right? Music industry. What was their go-to market? What was their definition? It's that, they sell albums. And Apple came along and they said, hold on. Nobody buys albums. People buy songs. People look for artists. They don't want a physical device with them. Let's look at publishing industry, right? It defined itself by books. And then Amazon came along and said, here you go, Kindle. Everything changed for them in a day. People used to go to theaters. They used to buy DVDs. Then Netflix came along and they said, here you go, streaming. How many of you actually go to a theater every week? I think I probably saw one hand. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to point out anyone there. But, all of those companies have started to phase out. And people that, were at the helms of those companies, they had talent, they had money, they had a head start from all of us. But they didn't evolve. And they ran out of business. Well, they had money so they can open new businesses. Hopefully they learned something from it. But what they didn't have was a mindset bigger than the map that was originally given to them. So they were busy protecting what they already had instead of, understanding that the world has moved on and let's move along with them and keep that core belief that we had. And that same trap is set for you as well. Your identity is your job title. If your identity is your job title, then every restructure in a company is going to feel like an attack on you. If your identity is your industry, for example, then every disruption like AI is going to feel like it's the end of your career. And if your identity is the path that was planned for you, either as a child or even now after you have moved from a different country and trying to build your life here in Canada, then every detour is going to feel like a failure. One thing that I will say is that we should all be asking ourselves, and pushing our kids as well to ask, is the thing that they actually care about. What is the difference that they actually want to make? And the kind of person that they actually want to be. And then every change in that should just be another tool. Every detour should be a new route. And every disruption is an invitation for you to improve yourself and build your own journey using the tools available to you. Now, hear me on this. Like I said, AI it's the biggest change in front of all of us. I work in AI. Actually, I really don't understand it. I'll be honest, right? Because we're building the path as we're walking it. We're building that road as we're walking it. We don't really know where AI is going to end up with. It might eliminate jobs, right? I think it already is to a certain extent. It might create new jobs as well. Jobs for which we don't even have official titles for. Like, they don't exist. So each of these is going to rewrite our roles. It will collapse industries. It will be difficult moving forward in this environment, economical environment, where it's already challenging. And the wrong question to ask is AI going to replace us? No. The question that we should be asking is, what is the reason behind my work that I'm doing? And how can I use AI to improve that better and smarter than before? It should invite that change in you. What I want everyone to do here is actually close their eyes. I'm going to take this from my friend Heather in the back. Everybody, let's close their eyes for a second. I see you. Now repeat besides me. Stop optimizing for the role that I wanted. Start optimizing the reason. Stop protecting what has been given to us as a destiny. Instead, start protecting the purpose. That's fine, you don't have to repeat after me. Just let those words sink in. Stop following someone else's map. Start building your own journey. Because people who endure in their careers, in their companies, in their lives, are not the ones who memorize this route. We know the examples of that. People who have given sacrifices and have succeeded. Imam Hussein, for example, sacrificed everything. But he did it for a purpose, for a reason. And he succeeded. And we are here to help him continue succeeding, including Imam Mahdi. So, last thing that I will say is, your map will expire, but your mindset never does. Build the journey that only you can build. Be remembered for it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much for those inspiring insights. This wraps up Career Night 2026. Just a quick note, professional networking and HR booths are still open right over there, so please take advantage of this opportunity, connect with those people, build those relationships. If the food is still available, I think it is. It's in the next hall. And don't forget to scan the QR code. It's right over here and it'll show up in the screen in a bit for resources and mentorship signups. Take opportunities of these resources that are being given to you. And on behalf of the entire team at Bab-Ul-Hawaij Youth to Youth, we thank you all for attending and we hope this event helped you guys and you guys left with something valuable. Thank you.